welcome back to That Bothers Me podcast. Santino, you are so ecstatic this morning. How are you doing, bud?
Ronald McDonald.
Do I sound a lot better without this lisp going on?
You have, last video, it sounded like you had tongue depressors pressing your, what is that? Your inner mouth organ.
You know when your tongue and everything's just in the way? You got lisps going on.
Your tongue is in the way. You know you can't talk without your tongue?
This hole is healing in my freaking mouth, and that is correct. If you don't move your little tongue.
Like, if you didn't have a tongue, you're fucked.
Yeah, if you didn't have teeth either, you talk like that too.
No, if you didn't have teeth,
If you didn't have teeth,
you can pronounce. You know those people that talk like this? They smile, they're like, hello, everybody, how are you doing today?
You ever do that shit? You're just like, you want to be nice, so you're smiling, and you're like, fuck you, motherfucker.
No. But you know when you, like, you know, ventriloquists? What the hell kind of word?
Like, hello, Papa.
No, they're like this. They're like,
I don't know they do that.
ready? How good am I? Hello, everybody, how are you today? Oh my God, hi.
It's actually not, that's pretty good.
Hi. How are you doing? You just
You
had
can
to
see,
keep it.
I think for a guy, though,
but
because you have an Adam's apple, it just like moves.
But everybody's ventriloquist has...
everybody's a ventriloquist.
But you know, everybody's...
That's a hard word to say with braces. A ventriloquist.
You Caesar?
Chavez? That's my boy, dude.
That's mine.
They have a day for him.
Dude, they have roads.
We get little off holidays.
Holidays?
What are you doing with your water right now?
Making sure it's the surface tension.
Making sure that the
Speak
surface
about
tension...
water. I don't know why it's like southern hurricanes are coming in, but let me tell you what sweating. You ever sweat underwater?
Dude, I know. We just went surfing, and that wetsuit, I thought I had a fucking sweatsuit on.
Like when people, that's one thing that bothers me. Let me explain something.
Okay, I'll let you explain.
If you're running in a hefty trash bag, have you seen those people? Hefty trash bag, little thing right there, little red tie.
People go in like the saunas and they just sweat
dumb.
bazookas. Dude, I got out of the water the other day, and the water drips out of your wetsuit. You know that thing was like hot.
Well, water was like 73.
It was 71.
That's a little hot.
Today it's 74 to 75. You're turning me down or you?
Look, you're just firing right now.
No, this is the peaking levels is the whole square.
I don't know. It's not my job. Anyway, yeah, hot water.
Yeah, just stick to speaking. Well, let me do the audio adjustments.
Okay.
Are you playing drums?
Yes.
How was percussion?
How was your week? It's Friday, so you know.
Week was hectic, a lot going on. You know,
A little extravagant,
but hey, you know, sometimes you need bad weeks to have good ones. You know.
Oh my God, Tony.
Dude, I'm just speaking.
Why don't you
like,
put that on
truth,
a coffee
dude.
mug
like,
or something?
Freaking, like, if you don't even know it, you gotta have like some bad days to have some good ones. You gotta appreciate the good ones if you don't have the bad ones.
Why don't you put on a shirt? My life sucks.
Why would you say that?
But sometimes it's okay.
Dude, I saw this shirt and I should have gotten it.
I should have gotten it.
I should have gotten the shirt. It said, I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not sure.
It's pretty good.
That's fucking me. Is that not me?
It's pretty good.
I'm the most indecisive person
Donnie,
you'll meet.
You're trying to buy a guitar for this dude? Let me explain something.
Okay, but a guitar's different.
You wasted more money on gas back and forth to Guitar Center than the cost of the guitar.
But you have to admit, a guitar is different.
Yes, but you don't need to spend 9 years. It was like 6 months of deciphering.
It wasn't that long.
It was about 6 months.
But guitars are expensive, and like it's like buying a surfboard or something. Like, but I do take a long time to make decisions. Let's just say that.
Very long time.
A very long time. So long.
Oh my God.
I can't do that right now. I'll freaking snap my braces off. Dude, that's loud. Anyways,
I have pimples. You know when you just got a pimple and it hurts so bad and you can't pop it because it's under the skin?
Oh my god, dude. That thing's a honker. I don't think you can see it in the video right now.
This?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Well, I can't pop it because under.
I hate that. I used to get those so bad on my nose. You remember that?
I think it's an ingrown hair. Oh no, it's just like 100 psi right there. So, good morning, everybody.
Well, do you have any topicals for this podcast
topical
that we're
ointment?
talking about before we, dive on in? Just freaking
Well, I was
off
watching.
the deep end.
I was watching a movie last night. Pretty funny movie, and I was like thinking, what? Say a person that's never lived before.
Okay.
Like who hasn't experienced things before. Do you think movies are a good representation? Do you think movies are a good representation of reality?
Okay,
or
but
do you
why
think,
the fuck? Why did you start that question with if a person's never lived before?
No,
what does that
like
even mean?
if say a person has never left the house and they've been homeschooled
Are
and
you
they're in a
Amish or
basement.
what?
Can I explain something?
Okay, go ahead.
And say this is out there. I'm giving an example here, okay? Say somebody's never experienced anything. Do you think movies would be a good representation of real life to show that person, or do you think it's like on its own kind of thing?
Well, it depends on the movie because there's different movie genres, and certain movie genres not predict. What's the word I'm trying to use? They portray what more of what reality is than other movies.
But what about
Like you're not gonna say Avengers represents real life.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like okay, for instance, like a high school movie, because every high school movie is not what high school is.
No, it's more of like a stereotypical type of. No, movies tend to exaggerate.
And do you
things.
think they exaggerate it so it's more interesting?
Yeah, like they make it. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm talking about, though?
Mm-hmm. Because there's like that idea of just like I don't know, like it's what happens in the movies, like will never happen in real life.
People say that all the time, like that only happens in movies.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Well, so like for me personally, like I'm not a huge like movie person. I don't watch a ton. I only watch movies that kind of are closer to what you're saying. Like they portray what real life is like.
Documentaries almost. But
not. Documentaries like. So I told you, I think I mentioned in another episode, Shawshank Redemption. It's like one of my favorite movies. So that could happen. That's like an actual story.
Yeah, more real life.
He got put in prison for something that he didn't do. Spent time in there, blah, blah, blah.
Well, obviously those are the best, in my opinion, those are the best movies.
Yeah, because like you can just relate to it.
You can relate to being falsely accused.
Yeah,
and sneaking out of jail. Did you sneak out of jail before?
Yeah, I did that.
A little ice pick.
I've been out 3 years now.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's here, everybody.
I used a little
ice pick hammer.
I made
a spoon.
You know how long it took that dude to freaking dig out himself.
What's his name? Starts with an A.
Andy Dufresne.
Dufresne, dude.
He Dufresne that shit out of
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan.
Andy Dufresne.
Oh, you tried. That was close.
It's so hard to do him.
Some people can do him so well.
On a walk.
There's a lot of people that do impressions, and his voice is on a lot of people's like lists.
It's pretty hard. It's like.
But does that make sense? What I'm saying? I don't know what you were asking in the question. Are you well?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I was looking. See?
Looking where?
Look.
What did you like? Cut your hand open?
Yeah. Do you have a problem?
When you're surfing, I always cut my hand open.
That's you.
It is me.
That's all. I've never.
You've never. I got fins. They just slice.
Well, you're in the wrong
slice
position.
And dice.
Are you riding on the wrong side?
Am I riding on the wrong side? Of
Like
what?
in Britain?
Dude, do you think you can do that?
What? I don't understand.
What's the point of that?
I don't understand why they're on the left.
So they sit on the right side of the car and they're on the left side.
But
of the
I don't
road.
understand why they're opposite from the right. I don't understand why can't everybody just be right or left?
I know. I don't get it either. So like when you're making a right, you have to wait for the traffic to make a
that's
right.
weird. So right turns or left turns?
Lefts, you can just fucking make them.
See, everything's backwards or what?
I feel like I would be in an
Crash.
accident over there. You get in the car. First off, it's on the left, right?
No.
The shift.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you're sitting on the right.
Yeah.
So you're left, and then
Are the pedals in the same? Yeah.
they better be. If the pedals are all
No,
fucked
I
up,
think
dude.
I think it's exactly the same.
If the gas is on the left and the brake
Imagine
is on the right.
shifting.
Well, you're just used to it with your right, but that's so weird.
But would it still be on a car, on a manual car, it's over to the left and up is first gear. Would that be over to the right and up?
It might be the same.
It'd just be opposite.
It's just like instead of here, you know what I mean? Like it's like the same pattern,
just switched.
just switched. I don't know, dude.
I don't understand why there's leftward. Like, what is the difference?
Is that only in? Well, is it like in every
Europe?
other country? Is it just
No.
Europe? Do they have that in Australia?
I know Australia's, I believe, and I know
In
Europe.
Europe, but how about like everything else? How
Like
about like
Mexico.
Russia and China and shit.
I'm not sure, but I know like Mexico's normal.
Yeah, no, they're normal. I think. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Italy the left side? No.
Yeah, well, Italy's in Europe.
But is it left side?
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Look it
I'm
up.
Pretty sure. Look it up. You look it up.
I don't have my phone because I'm not allowed. Just look
Where's
up
your phone?
On the
But if
bed.
I do this on here, it cuts the audio
Then go to your
out.
phone. Look up what countries drive on the left side of the road.
I'm profusely sweating
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
really hot right now.
So we don't have air on because it's just, I don't know.
All you hear is. But I just don't.
Italians drive on the right side of the road, just like Americans.
Oh,
Traffic lights and stop signs work the same as most other countries. But like most of Europe, right turns during red lights are always illegal. What the fuck?
Right turns during red lights?
Right turns during red lights.
You can't even turn right on a red light here. Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you
What am I
can.
talking about?
I guess like everywhere there, you can't turn right on a red light.
In Italy?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, not in Europe because it's the left side.
Is all of Europe left side though?
I don't know, but mailmen are left side.
Yeah, mailmen are all screwed up.
I don't know. Imagine driving on the right side
Well,
on the
because-
right.
So like here, at least in my area,
Well, it's so you can just put the mail in.
the mailboxes are right on the street, so they can
Yeah.
just like toss them in. Yours, you got to trek to North Korea,
But they
put your mail in.
but they just drive on the right, so they can just whatever side of the road they're on that side.
Santino,
It's just weird. If you're a mailman, you drive that, and then you go home and drive your other car. That's an accident.
what kind of cars are those mail trucks?
I think it's just like a base model van.
Is it a certain brand though?
United States Postal Service.
Yeah, I know, but like it has to be
It's
some
probably
type
like
of.
Chevy or Ford. They haven't made. Or
Imagine
something.
like getting one of those
That's
without the
beast.
branding, obviously, of USPS.
There's a van, a mailman.
You're just like, look at my
Car?
ride, dude. You put your boards in there. And you just mob. You're on the right side.
You just mob. That's the first time you've ever
is
said
that.
that.
Is that legal?
To drive on the left side, on the right side here, yeah.
But they don't make cars, so like
No,
you,
no. But if you have like a foreign car, like if you have like a Jaguar,
yeah. So if you lived in fucking UK
and then you bring over here,
and then you brought it over here,
I think you just have to switch the plates, I believe.
the plates on those countries are like elongated.
Some cars, I think you can keep
They're
them.
kind of dope, honestly.
People who have you seen those people who have Beetles and then they have it on their keychain? They make like the long one because it's like a VW.
They keep the what?
The plate. They have a keychain with the long plate on it. European plate.
Oh, and then they put the thing on top.
Yeah, and then they put the normal one on top of their car.
I've seen it. I mean, it's
I
like
don't know.
It's cool.
I don't know. I don't like Europe.
I like their license plate better than ours though.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's cooler.
I like
Ours is so like
our license plate. The
they're
California license plate is the best license plate.
it's all right. It's so plain.
Well, it used to be like.
Dude, all of ours is California in red, and then everything else is white with blue letters.
That's simple, classic.
Yeah, it's okay.
It used to be like black and it was black and yellow.
I like those are dope.
I know it was black with yellow writing.
I think it would be cool if you could pick like what color yours is.
You can
like to match like the car. You know what I mean?
You can get black
it's
and yellow.
probably extra money.
It is. You can get, but you can get.
Is this a new position? You're just like chilling with the freaking like.
But you can get black and yellow now.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know that song?
Yeah, and then I guess the white's normal, but it used to be like blue with yellow, and then it used to be like yellow with blue. It's pretty beast.
It's cool. I think it's better than just a plain white, in my opinion.
Yeah, they used to have
But
a lot.
Who gives a fuck about my opinion?
Dude, they had like I don't like the license plates like
Speaking of
Idaho and shit like that. They're like
speaking of cars though, just anytime I'm on the road, people just absolutely piss me off.
because they don't know.
Dude, I was driving the other day, right?
Were you?
Down Colorado. Some dude was trying to make a
man.
right. Some dude was trying to make a right in the left lane. There's two lanes. He was trying to make a right. He has a signal on.
Like this and trying to come across?
So it's a 4-lane road, 2 going this way, 2 going the opposite way. He was in the far left, closest to the middle, trying to make a right. I was in the right lane. He was like probably like 400 yards ahead of me. He put his signal on. He just stopped. Like literally stopped. Like cars
Ongoing?
I'm like, this dude's about to hit. A cop comes around the corner.
Blast him.
I think he was gonna pull him over. He stopped.
That's not good. Why don't you? He didn't veer and then go?
Like, I even looked in my rearview mirror. He didn't even get over. He was still standing there waiting for cars to go by on the right.
Was it Uber?
No.
That's not good. That's stupid.
Isn't that bad?
Well, it's not good.
I mean, if someone came behind him and just
Have you seen that show? It's called World's Worst Driver.
No, but I would like to watch that.
They like take it's like
it's a documentary of over here.
Probably no. It's in I think it's in England, or it might be here. And this one dude sucks. Dude tries to make a left turn from the farthest right lane. Cuts across 4 lanes of traffic, and the dude's blaring on the horn.
People do that shit on the freeway. Sometimes they just dart.
That happened to us. You laid on it. I want to get a little bit.
Anyways, so speaking of cars and everything too, one thing that pisses me off too is a lot of people, like a lot of workers actually, they just put like tons of shit in their front of their dashboard, like papers and gulag.
But you can't see.
You can't see.
There's like reflection from the windshield. I mean, I guess if you put like a piece of paper up there because you're going somewhere.
I mean, it's just like.
But they got like hats,
documentations,
food, invoices,
plastic wrappers.
I don't do that.
They just throw everything up there. I can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, even like the farthest I'll go is I just put like a little thing on my rearview mirror. I put like a little
some people even
ornament.
Some people even put shit in their back.
Mikey does
over
that.
there. I can't do
Mikey
it.
put hats back there.
Like I'm driving and I can see like everyone's belongings on their freaking.
You know what bothers me? Stuffed animals in the vehicle.
Oh.
Shut the shit down immediately. What the hell are you doing? Have you seen that?
I've seen
Stuffed animals. Are you 7? I don't get it. I don't get it. But what?
I don't know.
I mean, you're going to have a teddy bear back there? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's lame.
I don't like stuff on...
But what's the point of the teddy bear back there? I mean, I can see if you have a fucking 2-year-old.
I still wouldn't do that. If I had a daughter, 2-year-old, and she had
like, here,
teddy bear, not allowed. I don't keep
Sarah.
shit in the car.
Here's your teddy bear.
You know when you go in people's cars and it's just like
a fucking mess.
Shit, like what the hell? Like I think I keep my truck pretty clean.
Yeah, I keep my car clean too. Besides us going to the beach and getting blasted with sand.
But yours is like my truck is smaller, so it's a little easier to keep clean. Like,
yeah,
yours is like a little bigger. But like, dude, I that's probably one of my pet peeves. My room might be a little more dirty, but my car I like to have just like.
Yeah, it feels so much better when you're driving it, and it's just like everything's just like you can see out of everything. Everything's nice.
I like cars to be like
a little fresh,
especially scent. Inside. I just need like comfortation.
You don't have any scent in your car, huh? Right? You do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
Only one and only scent ever anybody should ever purchase. If you buy anything other than this scent, you're doing it wrong.
What scent is it?
Coconut.
They like the wax,
dude. In that car.
Dude, honestly, I wish they do. They sell that?
Yeah, sex wax air fresheners.
Those are dope.
I put them. I have one.
I'm gonna hang my sex wax, the wax, and just have it melt.
Just let it drip into the fucking floorboard. That's mine.
It's like a dude. They should make candles.
They have them.
They have sex wax candles
for sexy time.
Oh, I gotta get one for my room.
You ever put on a sex wax candle? You light it when you're doing sexy time.
It's a sexy time.
I like a sex.
Oh,
I like it.
Sexy time.
Sexy time.
This is an episode of peaks and valleys on this waveform of this podcast. And, you speak so loud into your microphone.
I'm a loud person. We're Italian, Donnie.
Okay,
yeah.
But it's, dude, you should know this. Singing when we do gigs, you got to like variation your voice.
Figaro.
Similar levels.
Figaro.
So that people don't get blasted.
Dude, no, but
they don't get blasted.
Sex wax candles, I want to buy one. They're probably expensive though.
Dude, I'm definitely getting one because every time I go surfing and we have those boards in the car, I'm just like, it smells
Can't
bomb.
you just make it yourself?
You probably
I feel like
can.
if you just take a bar and you melt it in a jar with a wick.
Do they a wick?
A wick? I feel like.
Do they sell wicks?
It's just rope, but yeah, I
think you can just get a jar, melt the shit out of the sex wax, and then put the wick in, pour it in.
Yeah, I think they have wicks.
Beast, we should try it.
And then after you use it on your board.
That's what you do.
But I don't think it would melt though.
That's what you freaking do.
I feel like it's a different wax. I don't think it would work.
Santino, the wax melts when you put it when you put it out in the sun.
Okay, you want to try it, Donnie? I mean, dude,
it probably won't work.
We just get the lowest.
But doesn't it
degree.
have to like the wax doesn't it have to like burn somewhat?
No, I don't think so. It just melts pretty much. I feel like if we do
your eye how do you do that with one eye?
Have a little
I can make it to where like I can move only one eyeball.
Okay.
You want to see it?
That's Satan.
Sometimes I get out of it. I'm like, woo.
I'm like, whoa. I'm nervous.
You want to see it?
No.
Why not? Ready?
Okay. That's how you get like vertigo.
Oh, dude, I can't see now.
You have contacts in too.
You know when you like cross your eyes?
Freaks me out. Let me tell you. Oh. Contacts are scary to me. I don't think I could put that shit in. I get scared.
It was weird at first, but you get used to it.
Donnie.
Santino.
You're going to have something up against the ball?
Yeah, it's right up against the eyeball.
That's weird. I don't like that.
I like it better than glasses, though, because with contacts, you have a full vision, like 360 going on. There's no frames on your face. With glasses, it's like you're like looking through like binoculars.
I don't know, dude. I don't like shit touching my eyes.
You get used to it.
I don't think so.
At first, like the first week, it's weird. Really weird because you have to like open it. I'm so used to it now. I can take them out right now.
Please don't.
I won't because I gotta wash my hands first.
God, this shit hurts really bad.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, shut up. You're crying because you had braces tightening.
Dude, I had freaking holes in my mouth, braces, railroad tracks.
Railroad
Dude, they had freaking. They were uprooting.
You remember that
happening.
windstorm that we had in 2012?
Dude, that was so bad.
That shit was like, I get nervous.
I remember that clearly. I was in high school, and all of a sudden at night, I just hear.
Yeah, dude, it was like freaking the big bad wolf came
And then
over.
just like on the freaking window, just like shit's hitting. And I'm like, I'm scared right now. Look outside, and the freaking trees are just like.
Dude, that was big. That was 2000 November 2000.
Swaying with the breeze.
November 2012.
Dude, those gusts weren't they like crazy?
That's my name of my son.
Gusts?
Mm-hmm. Gusts. But I woke up and I looked out the window. I thought it was lightning. It was fucking Transformers.
Lightning in the bottom.
Transformers on the power lines exploding. There was like palm fronds 3 feet off the ground just hauling oats down the street.
Dude, there was freaking trees like freaking tic-tac-toes. Dominoes just freaking
just tumbling.
one
London
after
Bridge.
the other down the street.
London
You couldn't even
Bridge.
drive anywhere.
Couldn't drive anymore.
We lost power for I think 3 days.
Yeah, it was a while. We had no power. That was some
Was it
crazy.
3 or 4?
School was canceled.
3.
Nani didn't have power for like a week because that fell in their backyard.
I know that tree.
50-foot pine tree fell.
They had to
just
redo the whole
took
entire
out.
fence. You know how close that tree was? Massive. You know that was in their backyard. You know how close it got to their house.
And guess what? They slept through it.
I don't know how you slept through that.
They didn't even
There's
know.
a lot of wood though for fires after that one.
They didn't know it happened.
You lost the cap.
Yeah, I did. I got a headache.
I
It
hate
is
that.
So
You ever
hot. in
You ever
this
lose the cap to
bitch.
your water bottle,
Then you just have to finish
and
it.
then you're just like, I gotta finish it because well, can't put this cap back on this thing.
Just so you know I'm sweating.
Oh my god! I just said the same thing earlier.
We could be heroes.
Hero.
Just for one day. I listen to a little more 80s music.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's kind of
It's
a vibe.
It's alright.
It's kind of a vibe.
I'm not really into that. Music
Speaking about
so much.
vibes, I was thinking, what if, you know, like when you're like with a group of people and
You had to do that with a group of people.
with
You
a
gotta-
group of people,
Is this a group?
this is the grouping. But say you're with a group of people
Uh huh.
and
Yes.
say like, oh, you feel like, you know, the vibe. Like you're feeling the vibe.
I'm feeling the vibe.
And then somebody else is like, yeah, I'm feeling the vibe. Is that the same vibe?
What the first off, what is a vibe?
Like the aura.
People say that shit. I don't know what that means.
Like the vibe. Like it's the
Like
the
people are like, don't kill my
atmosphere.
vibe. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
what the fuck you're talking about right now.
If you're in a group of friends hanging out and you feel like a cool atmosphere,
Okay.
like the energy of that moment in time is like, yee, like it's beast.
Like you guys are having a good time.
yeah, like you know what I mean. When there's like those nights or something, you're hanging out and there's like,
You ever
that
get that
feeling.
and you get like chills?
That's what I'm saying.
You're just like, oh,
It's like a little feeling. It's like that's beast. It's like it's a vibe. That's the vibe. Is that other person?
piercing?
Is that other person?
Piercings or what are you talking about, dude?
Is that
Bang it again.
that hurt? Is that
Just
other?
running against the wall.
Is that other person feeling the same thing
you
or
are.
is it in a different way?
I don't think they no. I think that it's different moments when people like, you know, when you're I get what you're saying. When you're somewhere and it's like such a cool like atmosphere and like everyone's having a good time and you just get like a little chill. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is beast right now. But I feel like people don't feel that at the same time.
Not the same time, but are they feeling the same thing, or is it a different?
But
thing?
I feel like everyone is different because like other people could be like, oh, like this is cool, but it's nothing crazy. Where like you could be like, oh, this is awesome. Like I'm having such a good time. I think it just depends.
Yeah, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
I don't know what the fuck of vibe.
Like, is their feeling the same feeling as the other person's feeling?
Phone calls. I don't know what you need to explain this a little bit more because I
If
have
you
no
and the other
idea.
person have the exact same excitement from what you're doing,
like me and you going surfing.
yes.
We're out there getting pitted.
Is my feeling of euphoria the same feeling as your euphoria?
I don't.
Are your dopamine levels in your brain rising to the same extent as mine?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like you. So for instance, I catch a couple waves the other day. I was pretty stoked. I was like, yeah, getting pitted. You were pissed because you didn't catch anything. Then you caught waves, and I didn't catch any for a while.
But okay? It doesn't matter.
You were excited, and I was like,
but that's different. That's different.
But you're saying my excitement to catching waves and your excitement to catching waves because we both got
excited.
Is
it the same feeling?
I don't know.
Like, you know how people are like, oh, dude, I'm addicted to like I'm addicted. Like when we play like guitar on shows live, you know that feeling when it's
but it's like if no one has ever done that, then they can't feel that feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. You still don't understand what I'm saying. It's
playing
okay.
shows are...
Good night, everybody.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I don't know how to explain it, so bye.
But you're thinking I'm like some like fucking expert.
Oh no. So those are dopamine,
I mean, why don't you
right?
ask the Lord?
That's dopamine, right?
Why don't you, hey, little Jesus.
Is that dopamine?
You're a fucking dope.
No, is that what it is? That's what is in your brain when you have like euphoria.
I guess, like, yeah. I don't know.
You can just do heroin and it does the same
drugs
thing.
And I don't smoke or anything. Because I no, I don't like it. I get anxiety.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can like by doing stuff like that.
This whole conversation that you just had, I have no idea. We're vibing.
But doing stuff that happens to release euphoric receptors gives you the same feeling. I'm on top of the world, yeah.
I'm on top of the world, yeah. I'm on top of the world. But to answer your question,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. I really don't give a shit.
Ever go to fairs?
I'm
not a huge fair guy.
I'm a fan of fairs. It's not a very fair game over there.
You pay a fare when you go to the fair.
Is that why it's called a fair? That's why it's called a fair.
But it's spelled different. Fair is Fare, and then fair is FAIR.
Forget I said that then.
Correct? Amundo?
Fairy tale? Yeah, I've never really been to fairs.
I thought you were about to say, I've never been a fairy tale.
I don't think I've been a fairy either. Tooth fairy? That shit's the biggest lie.
I put my tooth under the pillow.
That's the biggest lie in American
Dude, I
history.
still have it. You see that thing? That bastard's fucking massive.
Yeah, it's a good size.
That's the root on that thing. It's like you pulled the tree up.
I'm not gonna do that to my kids.
You're not gonna do what to your kids?
Tooth fairies and all that.
Are you like a sick bastard? That's so fun. When you look back at it, you're like, dude, I believe in that shit. Like little Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus.
You know that shit is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do
little Easter bunny. That shit is. You were so pumped.
Yeah, you have to.
You go to bed the night before. You can't even sleep. And then you knock out and you wake up and you're like, oh,
dude, imagine that. Just like when you're little and you wake up on Christmas morning, Santa Claus, dude. That's beast, Santa.
But that's beast. The only feeling I've gotten recently like that was when we first started surfing.
What are you going back to my dopamine levels questions?
So
you're talking about Santa Claus, and now you're going back to dopamine. This is me right now.
No, so I'm talking about. You know when you wake up as a kid, and it's Christmas.
Oh, that feeling.
You go downstairs.
Euphoria.
Yes, we could connect the two. Euphoria.
See, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Those feelings, like people don't experience that. And that's why.
What was that?
People don't experience that, and that's why they do drugs.
Hold on. So when we first started surfing, I still get it sometimes. I was so excited the night before to wake up and go surfing.
I'm not excited.
That like I couldn't even sometimes I couldn't fall asleep because I'm so stoked.
I'm still pretty stoked.
And then you get up in the morning, you're like, yeah, we're about to get pitted today.
Now I'm nervous. I get nervous.
Yeah, it's not as much now, but sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I don't know. It's
beast.
So you get the connection. Am I connecting
your
it's the same, euphoria dots?
Thing. It's the same thing. It's just that feeling of excitement, you know? Like the feeling of just like,
The fuck is that?
like you're just
Is that
like,
a new dance move?
no, it's just like that feeling like, we could be heroes
Heck is
just
this?
for one day. You ever listen to a song and you feel like you're in like a movie? Like you're driving and the song's on, you look out the window and you're just like imagining like you're in a movie, and there's that same kind of feeling.
Well, I mean, I've heard songs that are in movies that remind me of movies, but
No.
when I listen to a song, it's like you're painting a picture. It's like reading a book.
Yeah. You really like to tickle your noggin with some novels, don't you?
Dude, the last book I've read, I don't even remember. You ever read books?
No. Last book I read was Cat in the Hat. No, that's a joke. Last book I read, front to back, I would say was Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, the last book I read, it was Gary V. He's like an entrepreneur.
Oh, I take that back.
I read that book. It was pretty cool.
I take that back. I read Gatsby.
The Great Gatsby.
That's the last book I read front to back.
Yeah, I read part of it.
Yeah.
I honestly, in high school and shit, I hated
I'm not
reading.
a fan of
I
books.
hated it.
I didn't really read. Sorry, pass still. So, gang.
It's like Spark Notes and what's the other one?
Cliff Notes or
Cliff
something?
Notes or whatever the
Yeah, I
fuck
don't
it's
know.
called. I just read those.
I'm not a fan.
I'm
I don't have time.
There you go.
I don't have time to sit and just read. I feel like it's just a waste.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
It's just a waste.
Well, obviously, if
You
it's
get
something,
these moods, you're like, it's a waste.
but if you want to learn, like that's different. But like a fiction book, fiction or nonfiction? What's real? Nonfiction's real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fiction I can't do.
Depends on it. Depends on it. What the frick was it called? It was like a series. I remember I got it one time for Christmas, and it was a mystery.
Oh, The Boys, something.
Yeah.
Those are the beast, dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
I used to read those when I was little. Oh shit! All the mysteries, the clock in the house on one of the books. Oh, it was blue. The books.
Yeah,
were
the
blue.
books are like light
What
blue.
is it? Something.
It's like the Arctic.
No, Arctic.
Oh, I can't
dude,
think of
what
it.
is it? Something Boys.
It's something boys. Dude, those were the only books that I really enjoyed reading.
Oh, dude, what? No, what was it? Because I used to read those. Something Boys, dude. Look it up.
Oh.
It was a whole.
But how am I going to
series.
look this up? Mystery
Novel for kids, boys.
Mystery. You know what else?
Dude, hold on. What was it?
Um,
Don't tell me though. Don't tell me. Because I know what it was.
The other ones I used to read too were, is it Magic Treehouse? No, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Junie B. Jones. I used to read those when I was like younger, like first grade. You didn't read any of those? Mystery novel for boys. Oh, dude, I can picture them right now.
I know. It was too like they look like they're the Beach Boys, dude. It was too like
I don't know why. I don't know why I picture. Maybe it's the one I read. I picture it's like Arctic. It's like cold snow going on.
Maybe.
Oh, dude. I'm gonna find them. Oh, the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys. That's what it was. See, that's
the
like
Secret of the
freaking-
Lost Tunnel, dude.
That was beast. I'll read those now, dude.
It's grades 5 to 7.
I'll
Those
read
are
those.
beast.
I'll read those now. Those are good.
But you never read like
Judy Bloom.
It's not. Is it Magic Treehouse? Yeah, these ones.
Maybe.
Magic Treehouse. I used to.
Oh, I read that one before. I've read that
like
one.
these ones. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I've read that one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I used to read those when I was younger too, and then this is the first book I ever read.
Wow, you remember the first book you ever read?
Yeah, and then after that, Junie B. Jones.
Oh, I think I had to read that for school. Like that was a book we had to read. Is that the one where she goes to?
And the stupid smelly bus.
Did she ever go to like the farm or something with the animals?
Dude, you know how long ago that was for me? I have no idea. I just remember the title.
The Hardy Boys is the best. Let me
Dude,
tell
the
you.
Hardy Boys were.
I'll read that now. We should go get some.
I honestly kind of
I'll
want
read them.
I honestly kind of want to read through them again.
I like the Hardy Boys, dude, because this is like fun.
And I don't read.
That's the problem. The books that they give you to read in school suck.
The read
Suck. Give me something fun. Give me a book about war.
I know. It's like, why do I want to read
cowboys.
Shakespeare?
I mean, hens will die, sire. It's like, give me
what
a
was
book.
what was he trying to portray in that paragraph? It's like,
Why was the sword handle blue? Because the author didn't want to use green.
Why did he not introduce him by his first name? It's like,
the reason why the sword was blue is because his death signified a dark moment in his life.
And
the
reason why he didn't portray his first name is because he wanted to show respect that he was an elder.
That bothers me.
It's like, no, he just fucking didn't know his name.
That bothers me. Why was the jester's socks yellow? Oh, because that showed his incognizance in the way that he moved. It's like, dude, I hate
hated when reading in class and then the English teacher would be you read a page and you're like, all right, we're gonna stop here and we're gonna discuss.
That bothers me. Okay.
Why? It's like, dude,
so let me finish.
Can we just read the damn book?
It's like there's no reason behind the color of his shoes.
Why are you trying to, like, if you ask the author, he's probably like, I don't know, I made him black.
Yeah, made the shoes black.
Red shirt, big deal. That's what he wore.
I mean, it shows the power and fury in his heart. It's like, dude, give me a book about a cowboys cooking by a campfire and the journey, and I'll be happy. None of this Shakespeare stuff. Venturing off. Shakespeare sucks. You ever try to read a play? That shit's supposed to be watched.
I don't even know how you understand.
But that shit's supposed to be watched. It's not a reading thing.
Reading thing.
Do you ever have other people in the class doing different people? And then there's that one kid doing voices.
All right, class, we're gonna do popcorn reading today.
Oh, popcorn reading.
And you're like, fuck. You're like, fuck. All right.
And then they call on your friend. And you're like looking at him. You're looking at me.
You better fucking call me. I swear to God.
And then they call you. You're like, wow. Do you ever when you're like in 4th, 3rd grade?
I know you're gonna say
you'd never call on the girls.
Oh.
You'd be like, and then you call on one girl, and then the whole class would be like, ooh. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Little kitties.
Remember that shit? I remember that shit.
But then I remember that used to happen, and all the boys would pick boys, and all the girls would pick girls, and then they'd be like, okay, class, you have to pick. A boy has to pick a girl, and a girl has to pick a boy, and you're like, fuck.
You're like, God damn, I don't want to do this right now. And then you pick them, and you're like, oh, you like Sally? It's like, I'm reading a book.
I'm just fucking reading.
Imagine if that was now.
Hey.
Imagine if that was now. Sometimes I'm just like, go to the dude next to me.
I'm like, all right, dude, read.
Just read the damn book.
Do you ever do that, though? You're reading, and then you know you're going to be next because it's in order, and you read the next paragraph that you're going to read while the guy's reading?
No, you know what I do?
You didn't do that?
No, this is what I did. Say you turn a page in the book and say there's popcorn reading and the dude's reading.
You count.
No. I turn the page and I look at the last word of the paragraph and I close my eyes. And when I hear that word, I open my eyes so I know where I left off. That's beast.
That is so bad.
Dude, it was like English class was the last class the day after lunch. It was like, I want to say it was this year. And they would read in class. And I would turn the page.
But you still have to concentrate pretty hard.
No, dude. Say the words like borrowing. I would go like this. And I would be like this. And the book would be open. And when I hear the dude say borrowing, I know where the next paragraph is. Look to the next word. Go back. That's skill level. Okay.
Oh my God. I've never done that.
That was beast.
But I've definitely done where either I counted the paragraph so I knew I was reading this one. Yeah. So I was prepared. Because sometimes you look it over and you're like, this word I'm not sure how to pronounce properly. So I got to go over it a few times.
You know when there's base?
Do I know base?
Oh, not base, stupid. I was just going to say when people mispronounce, flour. People are like, and she took the flour and put it into the cake. It's like,
no, I don't know the fuck you're talking about.
I hate when people correct you while you're eating. You're in class and you're like, you say a word wrong, and then there's that one chick in the back class. Actually, it's persuasion. It's like, Does it look like I really give that much of a shit?
Yeah, I hate that. Absolutely despise it.
Or you skip words and
But
they're
you
like,
just don't-
well, you skipped the line.
Sometimes you just don't want to fuck up when you're reading your part. You know when you read your part and you're like, I don't even know what the fuck I just read, but I read it.
You ever skip a line and you gotta go back and you're like lost? You ever read and you're not concentrating on what you're reading and you're thinking of other stuff, and then you look back and you're like, I don't even remember what happened.
That's what I'm talking about.
Page.
Especially when you're reading your own paragraph, you're so worried about saying everything correctly, you just don't even know what you read.
That's funny. Now it's all audiobooks. People just listen to audiobooks.
Me duele el estómago porque Rico y went to el supermercado.
El Porque
A
El Rico
comprar
went to.
Los. And it's like, what did John say to Sally?
No,
It's like,
dude, that's Spanish class.
dude, it's like so different.
Let me tell you what Spanish class is. Okay,
Reading.
dude, you know those oral tests? Not the oral test. It's the listening test.
Oh, I hate those things, dude.
Dude, they would press play on that freaking Casio with the CD.
Oh.
They would press play. Sí que marcó por Ricardo ese marcado y para Marga y para mí y sobre gato y Maragasa no bueno porque que sí. What did Xavier tell Johnny
Like,
he
dude,
was doing?
It's like Xavier wasn't even mentioned.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
No.
I'm still on filling your name.
Dude, what the funniest shit is there's 10 questions for the fucking thing. There's 10, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're on like 5, and then it ends.
And you're like, what?
You're like, what the fuck? We didn't even get to 5.
It's so fast. That happened every test. Dude, you're on 3 and you're waiting. You're sitting here waiting. You're listening and you're waiting to fill in. And it just is like, ends.
Dude, I remember that so vividly. I'm like, dude, we didn't even get through these
Like,
questions.
who the hell's Johnny here?
We didn't. None of this was said.
It's so funny.
See, the thing with Spanish is, though, I can write it really well. I can't speak it.
Because that's
for
how they
shit.
teach you. I feel like they should teach opposite.
You know what's crazy is a lot of people that can speak Spanish were in those classes. They just couldn't write the proper grammar.
Because when you, like, say if you're speaking it at home, it's like if we were speaking Italian at home, we don't really write Italian if we would to speak it.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I get that.
But I feel like they teach it at school in a way where you write it.
Yeah, I was a really good writer. I think I told you this, but my first day of college, not my first day, but like the first semester, I went to, actually, it might have been the first day, went to my Spanish class, and she's like, write what you did over summer. So everyone wrote like a essay, not an essay, but like a page of what they did over summer.
Mm-hmm.
We turned it in. Next class, she calls me up in front of the class before class starts, and she's like, Donnie, can I talk to you?
And you're like, oh, shit.
Fuck, what did I do?
I hate that
It's like
shit.
the second day, dude. I'm like, I'm nervous. She's like, do you speak Spanish?
I'm like, no.
And I looked at her and I was like, no. She's like, well, you write really well compared to everyone else in this class.
Well, fuck you too, Donnie.
You should probably like think about going up to a couple levels up in Spanish. And I'm like, she's like, or you can just stay in this class and you kind of know everything.
That's
like,
what I do.
I'm like, I'll just stay.
I don't challenge, I stay.
But it's like I'm still getting the same credit. Why am I gonna struggle?
Yeah, just stay. That's beast. Wow, I didn't know.
So that class was probably one of the easiest classes because I knew everything already.
There you go, Donald. I took 3 years of Spanish.
So did
1
I.
year was I was technically 4 years of Spanish, but the last year I was a teacher's aide. So I mean, I still listen to it all.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know those videos they wear like those shoes? It's like, come on, Diego. And they're like, we're gonna go to La Panaderia today. And then they get there and like, how's it going, Manuel? And they're the whitest dudes ever in these videos, and they're in Spain.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's pretty funny. Then they have the words that pop up. There's some beats in those. I took those home, sampled them out, and I was jamming to them a little bit.
They're speaking
like some Santana
in Spanish. They got English subtitles. It's like don't even know what's going on.
That's pretty funny. We had days in Spanish class where we would watch like movies in Spanish. So we would watch Incredibles and it'd be like Los Incredibles.
Yeah, I know.
But the words,
So
the mouse would be going, and then the Spanish would still go. So it's like, you know when they talk, so they would be saying hello, how are you, but it would be like hola, cómo estás,
sí,
and the mouth would stop moving, but the words were still going. It's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny. We're gonna end this pretty soon, but can you pass me my
Why
water?
You have to give me?
Because I didn't bring it over here. So what am I gonna magically levitate? Thank you, sir. So our sponsor, Ralph's Purified Drinking Water. Yeah, we'll say water. Non-BPA packaging. It's yummy in your tummy.
Oh my god!
I don't know if I could do this slurp thing with this. Slurpees. Oh, I ripped open my mouth.
Probably. All right, you want to end it? We're getting close.
Yeah, I think
to
we're
the
gonna end
end.
I'm on the edge.
It went down the wrong pipe.
The edge, the edge. The edge, the edge, the edge.
I'm on the edge.
I'm on the edge.
I'm gonna go home and buy Hardy Boys.
And I'm hanging on a moment of truth.
I'm gonna get a Hardy Boys book.
Dude, I'm gonna read some of those actually.
They probably have
Those
them.
are dope.
That's just bees, dude. Let me tell you. You know when you go to the library at school and there's like all shit in there, and you're like, yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in into this episode. This is number 11. Holy
That
shit.
bothers me.
Uno.
You're
Once.
freaking bothering me right now. All right, we gotta go get paid right now. So later.
Thank you. Later.